scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. We back in the building. It's been a while. Has it been? It's been less than 7 days, though, Flea.
See y'all Tuesdays and Thursdays, man.
We live.
Big Flea, the biggest show. See y'all Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh, boy, why is he like that, man? Why is he like that?
Hey, man.
Ball suckers.
I ain't had a pill in a minute, man.
Shout out to Dom. Dom Dropper was in the city. He was asking about that. Like, yo, what happened to All Balls, the mini hoop? So, yo, man, he still got it. He still got it.
All day.
Come on, man. Because the Braves came in, he just lost something. Nah.
He in a different bag, man. Full OG is different. In the summer going into the fall, it's a different OG.
He looks like he's 10 years younger, man. With the I'm not
He
going
does, man. He does.
Some people look crazy with the braids.
Don't let me get my braids back.
Big me.
That was nasty, Fabian. You try to sneak that in. Pause.
Listen, he is an online joke.
Big Meech.
Meech, just get the Caesar, bro. That's it.
And just take pictures. This nigga be taking videos and he be posing for the video.
He looks worse than your man. What's your man? The agent for not Shador. Remember what's his name? Agent.
Son. Who's son agent? Ace Bailey's agent. Oh man.
You don't know what time it is.
We got the family here. Nostalgic Nick, what up? Big Baby, what up? King Speech, Sean Wilson. We got the family here already.
Come on, man.
Sir. What up,
Family's
y'all?
in the building. Long weekend. Hold on. Some people just skipping in and out of town. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just the head grown, it's the frequent flyer miles coming out here, Big Flea.
I don't like this. I don't like his behavior. I don't like it. I love it. I don't like it though.
How was Vegas? How was it? You know what I mean? How was the fight? Old ballers,
yeah.
He was around my people. He almost got whacked out there. What was wrong with this dude?
I know he had a lot of mighty media. I know he had all that around him.
Oh, yes,
yeah. So I was out there in Vegas for the fight, the mega fight. Yeah, that was crazy. I'm not even.
That was crazy.
I can say
crazy.
That. Yes, you can. I can too.
I was out there for the fight.
Oh, he can too. Hold on, he's mad Dominican.
Super Dominican. He's as Dominican as DJ Envy. Two Dominican niggas.
Oh shit. Oh no, wait.
I'm sorry.
Don't ever put me in the same sentence as DJ Envy.
I'm sorry, OG.
Nothing in common.
Nothing in common.
Nothing. And pull up on me if you want to. Yeah. All this 5 days to beat the flames out you, nigga. Oh, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy. Tori B is in the building. Tori B, good evening. How you feeling this evening? I feel good.
La.
And just real quick before I talk about Vegas, right? Yeah, because I was out there, y'all. We doing some things, right? But all jokes aside, I'm starting to question everybody's gangster. Just give me 30 seconds. I'm not advocating for violence.
I am.
I'm not saying you should put your hands on people.
I am.
But how are there so many gangster rappers and y'all are allowing Charlamagne and DJ Envy to talk to y'all how they talk to y'all? It's nowhere in the world y'all are tough, have all this money, and y'all scared to bail out and get a lawyer. I'm going to just leave it at that. Because if AllBall TV ever make it this big, pause, and you say anything slick, I'm flying over the desk.
Yo, Flea, I want to talk about that.
Hey,
I'm
Dame said he's gonna punch you, and he was dead serious. We can laugh all that shit up if you want. Like, nigga, I will punch you in your face.
But Flea, it ain't happened yet.
It didn't.
Nobody.
But hold. Go ahead.
No. I'm just saying. I'm not tough. Don't want to be tough. Don't care to be tough. But I come from an era where just certain things we just not gonna play. And I'm just saying, there's so many tough guys. Everybody's rich. Everybody's talking this and that. And I don't understand how nobody even, you know how you just throw a flinch at somebody? They ain't never even threw a flinch at Charlemagne yet. I can name 10 times he should have been the shit smacked out of him.
Hey, listen, man.
So I don't believe nobody. Nobody needs to talk tough no more. Seriously, bro. And I'm not advocating for violence, but Damon's from Harlem. I'm from Harlem. Y'all niggas in Harlem looking real bad out here, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, Fredro said, "What you gonna do, big man? What you gonna do, big man?"
The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy. Darlene Bryant is in the building. Darlene Bryant, Tori B. Miss y'all.
Darlene B, what up, baby? You remember that though? Fredro Starr was like, "Fuck is you gonna do, big man? Do something. You ain't gonna do shit, nigga. Go play in the garbage. Don't play with me. Go play in the fucking garbage, nigga."
Hold on. I want to talk about that because I was shocked. It went viral and it was dumb. All of it was dumb, to be honest with you. And I felt like it was fake because it was like, it felt like they would talk about it backstage at first. Yo, you come at me, you be the old Charlemagne, because he never talks like that anymore. I just see the whole thing, but it was entertaining enough for me to keep watching. Dame is like, he acts like he's 15 years old. Charlemagne was acting like he was 15 years old. But I was surprised with everything like Dame let him get away with saying.
Exactly. That's just my point. I watched Charlemagne interview females. He made Little Mama cry. I'm just saying there's things that I just don't understand how everybody is tough, everybody is G'd up, but everybody is scared to have a case in court for smacking fire out somebody. That's all I'm saying. So I don't want to hear tough talk from nobody. I'm just being for real. I'm not watching none of these interviews no more because, like I said, I understood where Dane was coming from. We all played. We all jokes. But it comes a time and point where it's like, yo, bro, stop playing with me. And then y'all know what happens after that. Whether you can fight or not, whether it's a real swing or a bad swing, it's going to get some tussling. It's going to get broken up. I'm just saying, y'all claim Charlemagne and Envy is soft, as this is that. And none of y'all put the 5 fingers of death on him. Like my man said, Charlie Murphy. Rest in peace, the legend Charlie Murphy. That's all I'm saying. But I'm going to get back to...
Well, hold on. I want to hear what Flea got to say.
I'm sorry, Flea.
No, just Taj asked me. That's my son. We in the car this morning, headed out, dropping him at school, daughter at school. I'm headed to work. We listening, and Taj looked over. He said, "Are they serious? Like, are they for real?" And I had to look at him, and I had to say, "I don't know." Like, because it was halfway funny, entertainment, halfway. Okay, that was a little dicey. Just be cool on how you say things, right? Just my 2 minutes, just my 2 seconds on the Breakfast Club. At first I had a big problem with Angela Yee stepping away from the Breakfast Club. I had a serious issue with that because for me, I thought she was the only one up there who gave a damn about actual journalism at that stage of their existence. But as I look at them now, they really just a reality TV show, a reality radio show. They have that sister up there who I guess brings some level of credibility, Lauren LaRosa. But the 3 of them is just a fucking joke now. They a joke. I don't feel like they're educating or providing any it's not quality. At one point, you felt like you were getting quality when you went to the Breakfast Club. And I'm talking about quality interviews, you learning something, the question, the line of questioning, all of that kind of stuff felt authentic and all that. This shit is garbage now. It's garbage now. The comic relief is not even funny. Right? They used to be funny. They not funny no more. And all of those guys are just not my cup of tea anymore. I'm not gonna lie, like I haven't watched for years, but where they at right now, it's very, very different, and it's a hard watch. It's definitely a hard watch.
It's an old thing to me. It's been around like 15 years already. They're not as hot as they were. Charlemagne clearly is like politically driven. He got an agenda every time he talks to me, but I don't, because like the first Dame Dash thing, when it went viral, was like it was organic. This one was like I could tell they were looking for the moment, and that's what I see it now. Like you said, reality TV, you hit it on the nose. I don't think it was this. I didn't learn shit when Angela Yee was there either. She comes from the same background to me. It's just it was that you can't buy chemistry, and for whatever reason, even if they were beefing, we really didn't know because they really had chemistry. And when she left, it was like, there goes one wheel. You can't replace that. I don't care what they got two girls up there. Can't replace that. And as far as the Breakfast Club goes, like they legendary at this point because nobody's gonna be peak. Like Star and Buck Wild is bananas. It's just the closest thing to Howard Stern, and I don't Ed Love and Dr. Dre, and at least in New York, but they stood for 15 years already. But just with this today, I'm just surprised. I'm glad AllBall brought it up because I'm watching, I'm just listening to in the background. I'm like, yo, hold on. This is like, I'm surprised he's really shooting that Dame like that. And it just wasn't, it was what he was saying. Like, he's calling you out. That's what I felt like. Everything that you really want to tell Dame to his face, because he's over here talking crazy, Charlemagne was doing that.
The Dame shit was funny. I ain't gonna lie.
That Jam,
that was funny.
Yes.
That was funny. I'm sorry. That was funny.
I'm like, yo, you let this out-of-town dude clown you like this? Everything that he stood for was in shambles. Harlem this, Harlem that. You right, AllBall? Dame had Harlem looking bad. Big bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just, like I said, man, I watch certain stuff and it's just like, you can't have an interview like that and then next week you make a song talking about how many people you done clapped up. It 2 and 2 has to make 4. It doesn't make sense. So for me,
but who do you?
everybody, bro. Charlemagne talk grease about everybody. Like I said, Beanie Siegel had a nice response. Big shout out Fredro had a nice response. Been on IG Live with him. I know that's Bucket's family, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, why is nobody smacking fire out these? Like, nah, bro. I'm so for me, I'm just whether it was scripted or not, it looks bad. It just looks bad. I don't care what nobody say. We all grown, we all adults. At the end of the day, like, come on, bro. Y'all talking to each other. You don't talk to nobody like that unless you're ready to put up the fisticuffs. We all know that. We come from, it don't matter what city or country or street you from. It's certain conversations, it's certain ways you talk to people after a while. It's no more jokes, bro. I'm not playing. Stop talking to me like that. So for me, I don't want to hear no tough talk from nobody because Charlemagne them do it to everybody. And nobody puts them in a place. He said there's only one person that had him shook, and that was Nelly. Out of all the gangsters that been up there, is one person he said had him shook. That was Nelly. And Nelly did it smooth. We got lawyers on retainer for niggas like you, bro.
Yeah,
Tell them straight up.
E-I, uh-oh.
Yeah, but Nelly just look. Dame is, how old is Dame? You know what I'm saying? Like, Nelly looks like.
No, you're missing the point. It ain't got nothing to do with age.
I understand that, but
Dame could
Nelly,
be. Bro, I've seen 2 60-year-olds fight before. You know why? Bro, you're not going to disrespect me. What I'm saying is, Nelly, let it be known. Yeah, we willing to go to jail. We willing to bail out. And we willing to fight the case. I'm saying all these everybody's scared of a lawsuit now. Everybody's scared of a judge. Everybody's scared of cuffs. But we gangsters. We the toughest niggas in the world. It gotta make sense.
Yeah, but
I love this OG. That's why I'm quiet, because this is my fucking energy right here. This is my energy right here.
But
I
Nelly,
love this shit. Like, because niggas talk too much now. Too much.
Nelly also looks the part to me. These guys, what are you gonna do? Even with Nelly looks the part. He don't look soft. And he was ready for Charlemagne. That's what I'm saying about Charlemagne. Like, what are you doing? Why does Charlemagne talk like that? So you got the same equal energy coming to you. Yo, man, check this out, man. Whatever you want to do, wherever, right now, cameras on or off.
They don't.
But
they don't want
I'm just shocked that Dame ain't really smack him. To be honest with you, he should have got smacked. There's no
Dame
way
not
I'm
like-
leaving the building without smacking him.
But Dame not like that. I think all three of us know that. At this stage right now, he not like that. So that's what's pissing OG off right now. Is that like it called for that type of behavior, and Dame not that.
Listen. I'm gonna leave it at this. And this is for me. This is how I know, and this is no knock to nobody. This is how I know niggas was never really in the streets how they say they are. Because you can even throw the fake swing, knowing you gonna miss. A fake swing. But do something. But we're not gonna listen, man. I'm just saying I'm tired.
Now the fake swing is crazy.
Bro, the fake swing is legendary, bro. And then you got your man that's gonna grab you
Right.
to make it look like it's really gonna go down. I'm saying let's try that. But we can't keep Flea. We can't keep letting homie just violate y'all.
School. That's old school
Y'all
wrestling move right there.
I saw what Shaq. Y'all saw what Shaq did to Brad Miller. I don't give a damn what nobody said. That's a fake swing. I don't give a damn. Shaq threw some bullshit.
Right.
So when Barkley lifted him up,
that was another. That was some other bullshit.
I'm not fighting you.
That was some more bullshit. Word.
So Flea, my point is, you gonna sue me for like fake swinging at you and missing? I'm saying it's just social media, these platforms, everything is just getting too weird. And like when you really analyze it, yo, man, everybody looks crazy. I'm sorry. And we cannot be talking about how many bricks we sold, how many guns we carry, how many fights we done had, but you allow a nigga that we seen run on camera, talk to y'all crazy, disrespect y'all, make jokes about your personal life, and we ain't putting no type of fear in them. Nah, bro. Nah, I'm over all y'all. Not offending none of y'all. It's over. It's over.
Now I was just gonna say real quick. Our guy Will put in the comments he had just came out of surgery, but he's watching us today. So big shout out to Will.
Oh man, big shout out Will, man. Get well soon, my brother.
For real.
Yeah.
I'm glad everything went okay. And the knife is always serious. He said Shaq fool was off that day, Popeye.
Yeah.
But not today. What happened, AllBall?
No. I want to talk about Vegas.
Yeah.
Before I get to the big fight and talking about Vegas, I'd love to hear y'all reactions to it as well. I got to give a big shout.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Fleet, if you can, the IG, if you log on real quick.
I want to give a big shout out to my guy.
Thank you for the reminder, my brother.
No, listen, man. We on the air. It's not enough of the fake and the funk. We on the air. Jump on if you on IG, Fleet's jumping on there. You'll see him on there. If you on IG, jump on YouTube. That's where we can see your comments. Sorry, AllBall.
Yeah, no, it's all right. You know, I want to give a big shout out to my guy Vegas P, man. Out there in Vegas this weekend, showed mad love. So big shout out Vegas P, man. Pulled up on me. AllBall TV, nothing but love. He's always in my DMs. He puts me in his stories. We argue. He like LeBron and Lakers. He trolls me about my Knicks. He lives out there in Vegas, and it was nothing but love. Out of everybody. Big shout out Vegas P, man. He pulled up and showed love, man. Love always from AllBall TV and the family. I was out there in Vegas this weekend for the big fight, Crawford versus Canelo. I made my prediction on AllBall TV. Everybody laughed at me. And I was literally 100% correct. What I said is how Bud looked. But real quick, the atmosphere, it was nice. It wasn't the Floyd Mayweather atmosphere, like Floyd Mayweather in his prime. The streets wasn't as packed, but that Allegiant Stadium, boy, that thing holds 70,000 people. It damn near was 70,000 people in there. Canelo had the Mexicans in the building. Big shout out to all the Mexicans. Listen, I had a blast with them. Because you know me, I'm gonna be entertaining. I'm not gonna be rude and disrespectful. And I know boxing. As much as I love basketball, my pops is a boxing fanatic. So I've been knowing about boxing, the Sugar Ray Roberts. I've been knowing about a lot of that stuff since I was a little kid. So I was breaking it down to a lot of them, and they wasn't understanding. And I'm surprised I didn't get jumped. But they hugged me, they gave me fire, they dapped me. Yo, appreciate you, because we started having real boxing talk. But I said it. Bud was the better boxer. Canelo's time is up. And I said, Bud is going to win by decision. Floyd Mayweather already gave the blueprint. I kept telling y'all, I'm not giving Canelo no excuse. When he fought Floyd, he had 40 fights. So he wasn't no young pup. I understand how young he was in age. But boxing, he had 40 fights already. We seen against Floyd and Bud, that's who Canelo is. Canelo got exposed too many times in his career. He got exposed by Floyd. He got exposed by Bud. He got exposed by Triple G. They jerked Triple G. He got exposed. I forgot the young man he just fought that they gave him the winning decision. He got exposed by that he should have lost. And then the loss that he took, I can't pronounce the guy's name that he lost to. Is Canelo, say it again?
Bivol.
Right. Is Canelo a great fighter? Yes. Is he going to go down in boxing history and Hall of Fame and legendariness? Yes. I'm not here to argue that. But I'm going to say something that's going to ruffle some feathers, Fabian. If Canelo wasn't Mexican, he'd be regular weed. I'm going there. Yeah. If we supported Bud Crawford, how the Filipinos support Pacquiao, how the Mexicans support their fighters.
That don't happen.
No, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying because Canelo hasn't been the king of boxing for the last 10 years, how they wanted to promote it. It's been Bud Crawford. What he has been doing for the past 5 years has been nothing short of spectacular. But for some reason, he's not flashy. He's not into the nonsense. He has to have a big social media presence. And I'm going to give you another thing. He doesn't have an IG model wife. He has 5, 6 kids by the same lady.
We sure
and he's really...
Yes, he has 6 kids with the same lady, please.
Yes,
outside, and she got tired and wanted to cut him.
Right. You know what I mean? And please...
I wanted to verify. I don't know. I'm not.
I just found out.
Yeah, and he's from the hood. So at the end of the day, us as black people, you know, we don't support our people how we supposed to, because if we did, Bud Crawford would have been the biggest thing in boxing for the past 5 years. It wouldn't have took for everybody to see him beat Errol Spence how he did for people to believe. I've been saying this about Bud a long time now. The only problem I had was his promotion game. I used to always say, and big shout out to our brother in his corner boxing 24. We used to have these arguments. And I used to be like, yo, promoting in boxing is just as big as your skill set, right? And once Bud got away from his management, look at what he turned into. So Vegas, it was a great environment. It was a great fight. But for me, I think Canelo got exposed. Boxing is here. This is why guys like Floyd and Bud is so great. I don't think Canelo is a very smart boxer. That's just my opinion. And I think this dropped him down a very big notch because he got embarrassed. I watched it live. Canelo got embarrassed. A lot of the Mexicans were very embarrassed by Canelo. I'm talking about embarrassed, bro. He might have won 2 rounds. Maybe. So for me, we got to start giving props when props is due. And I think we need to start having that uncomfortable conversation that people are afraid to have. I know Bud said what he said, but that's not how sports go. I know you don't want to be compared to Floyd. He said, yo, you know, I'm me. We don't have to have that conversation. Sorry, Bud, we do. This is what sports is, bro. Bud Crawford needs to be spoken about in the same breath as when we talk about guys like Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr. Yeah, I'm going there. And before we finish this topic, I'm going to give my prediction of what can make Bud Crawford top 3 greatest boxers of all time.
Lee, what was your reaction to the fight? That was a giant reaction from AllBall. Top 3 fighters of all time. What a way to land the plane.
No. I said before we finish this topic, I'm going to give a prediction that I think if he does this, he will be top 3 boxer of all time.
I heard you the first time, AllBall. Flea, what is your reaction to the fight, man? Big fight weekend. Netflix, apparently, the Tyson Jake Paul fight pulled in $100 million. They only pulled in $40 million according to what I just saw recently on the internets. I can't believe that. But Flea, you were one of those $40 million because we were in the group chat. What's your
Yeah,
reaction?
man. I thought the whole night was a night of like some really good boxing, man. I watched my man from Cameroon and Millie, what was his name? And Lester Martinez. Whoever was 2 fights prior to the main event, them niggas, that was a slugfest.
Yeah.
Like that was a real slugfest. It was the dude from Cameroon and one of them poppy niggas. But that shit was a hell of a fight. But the main event was an excellent fight. I thought it was a great fight. Like just flat out boxing match. I thought it was a great fight. I didn't feel like everybody's talking about Bud was running. I thought Bud did an excellent job with how Canelo tried to command the ring. And what I mean by that is I watched Canelo all night cut the ring off for Bud. Just straight up kept cutting the ring off. And all Bud did was stand 10 toes down in there and box. All the heavy shots that Canelo was throwing, he was in there taking them. Because he took a couple. We can say what we want, but Canelo threw a couple of heavy ones, especially as the fight waned. He threw a couple of heavy ones. He came out one round and ran up on Bud. Didn't do that the entire fight. I think it was like the 7th round or so. He ran up on him and was like, yo, because he knew he had to bring it because he lost every round to start the fight, right? So I don't agree with OG with Canelo's not a smart fighter. I think Canelo overestimated who he is as a boxer today. I thought he thought he could get toward the later rounds and find a way to win that fight by knocking him out. And I don't, as strong of a chin as Canelo has, people don't talk about enough. Bud was in there taking licks. He was in there taking licks. So for him to be in there, stand 10 toes down, not run, and just have put on a master class of boxing, right? From a points perspective, from dominating the ring to even taking what the opposing boxer was giving him. Like I said, y'all saw how he was like just straight up cutting that shit off. We wasn't in the middle of the ring dancing too much. Canelo said, I'm gonna push you here. I'm gonna push you here. I'm gonna push you here. And he was still fucking him up. So great fight. I'm not a big Bud Crawford fan. I'm not a big Canelo fan. I just like boxing, right? So I love what they gave us. They didn't have to give us that fight, right? That's the other piece that I really like about this is that they did something that they really didn't have to do. Bud went up a couple weight classes, right? Canelo really didn't have to fight Bud. Neither one of them really had to do this. But the fact that they gave it to us is what I like about boxing, man. That's what I like about, y'all 2 niggas is the best of the best. We want to see y'all fight. Right? You were saying something about Bud. And for me, OG, I feel like it's the time that he fell in. Like you said, if he got backed for the last 5 years by us, the community, by the country, and we backed him the way that we loved on Floyd, Bud Crawford would be out of this world, right? But I just feel like he fell into a time where boxing was in a little bit of a limbo, right? We're trying to figure out who is going to take the mantle from Floyd, who is going to be the next big draw. Every time he signs up for a fight, we are going to be ringside or we're going to be right in front of the TV. I feel like he fell into a weird time. He beats the shit out of Errol Spence, and now everybody's like, oh, that nigga is for real. So extremely impressed by the way Bud fought the other night. And it was just a great boxing match. I enjoyed it a lot for sure.
I don't know if Canelo really overestimated who he is. I just think he fought Triple G. Like he fought a lot of guys. Even fought Floyd at 22. He had no business in the ring with him. Apparently has no business in the ring with Crawford either. But I doubt that because I would like to see a rematch and see how he bounces back. Because we've seen a part 2 against Triple G and Canelo. I saw him literally change his style. I told Ant that yesterday. Shout out to In His Corner Boxing 24. What do y'all think though, real quick before we move on? Because that's what I brought up yesterday. This thing where why does the community have to get behind the black community have to get behind Crawford? It's Crawford's job and it's people's job to what AllBall was saying, where people forget Floyd getting to that position. He was on WWF. He was fighting like he was doing what he was fighting De La Hoya. He He broke up from Bob Arum, bought his contract out for $1 million. He said, "Yo, I'm out of here. I know how to promote this. You want me to be the All-American guy? That's not how you promote fights anymore. You got to be more hip hop." Crawford, I don't know if he has that same personality. So how do you give him the B-hop style all ball? Like, real quick, how can Crawford promote himself? Because I don't think people should just come to you because it's part of your community. It's just Canelo is come on, Canelo fought Floyd. He fought these mega stars also.
Yeah, but I mean, I get what you're saying, but we all know why, we all fell in love with Floyd. Us as people, we attracted to the flashiness, the cars, the jewelry, the girls, just how he is, the cockiness, the arrogance. I'm saying with Bud Crawford, he deserves that limelight. He deserved, like you said before, Errol Spence. Look at all the other guys he was beating down, good fighters, right? So it's like, just imagine if he's being promoted right on all the platforms, on all the. I'm not saying now be on ESPN and First Takes now. No, this should have been happening 4 or 5 years ago. He should have been on all the bigger platforms. He should have been spoken about more than Canelo. And remember how people was talking about Errol Spence before the accident. Remember, he was supposed to be the next superstar. So for me, I just think it was a thing against Bud that, I'm gonna be honest, he's too black. He's really us. And I think they scared of that and don't like that. Like I said, if he was flashy, if he had all the jewelry, and if he did all the nonsense that everybody in social media likes, it would be a different ball game. I think because he's not into that, people tend to forget how great he is at his sport. So I think we do owe it to a guy like that to talk about more, to put the spotlight on more, to be on all the big platforms and have those discussions. Who's better, him or Floyd? Who's better, him or this person? Where do you have them ranked? Those discussions is what creates, all the limelight. So I think he deserved that, and he doesn't get it because he's the total opposite of what social media world is today.
But Flea, Joe Frazier did have Muhammad Ali. Joe Frazier's in a limo with Muhammad Ali, lending Muhammad Ali $1,000. Ali's like, "Thanks, man." Gets out the car. He's like, "Yo, this guy's a sellout." And you found the guy. He's the promoter. He was the all-in-one package, So does Crawford need a Muhammad Ali, his own Floyd Mayweather Productions, a De La Hoya, Golden Boy promotions? What can he do to really propel himself to this mainstream level?
I mean, that's what made boxing what it was back in the day, right? That's what made it entertaining. That's what made it must-see TV because, yeah, you got a Tyson, but yeah, you got a Holyfield. Yeah, you got a Holyfield, but yeah, you got a Riddick Bowe. Yeah, you got a Roy Jones Jr., but you got an Antonio Tarver, right? Yeah, you got a, right? So, yeah, you got a Roy Jones, but you got Floyd, but you got Sugar Shane Mosley, right? Like, you had a Hagler, but you had Sugar Ray Leonard. Like, so what I'm saying is that these guys always had formidable opponents, right? They always had guys that you put both of these guys into the spotlight and they could share the spotlight because they're both polarizing figures. Bud is becoming that polarizing figure, but I don't feel like anybody is right there with him along his way as he's, on his rise, right? I'm looking at us, right? And us meaning us. OG said, we got to support Bud. That's just a whole nother conversation, OG. And we probably ain't got time to even dive into what the fuck the country looks like right now and why there's so much division and supporting this guy and supporting that guy. People from Mexico is going to support Mexicans. Filipinos are going to support Filipinos. If a nigga's from Nigeria, the whole fucking continent of Africa is going to be like, they support their own because they understand what it is, what that loyalty is. I'm from a certain place. Only niggas, we the only niggas, Americans. We're the only ones that got all this type of division in this. I like who I like, that I ain't gonna support him because I don't know. Some niggas are just blanketly supported because they are from Mexico. Or they Puerto Rican, so we're gonna rock out with him no matter what. I don't even care if he's good or not. We still gonna support him. We don't operate like that. It's never gonna be like that. We fighting about LeBron James and Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we arguing about. Are they arguing about, is Miguel Cotto a better fighter than Oscar De La Hoya? The Puerto Ricans don't give a fuck. They just like, we love our boxers. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like it's a little different for us on how we operate as opposed to other countries and other sects.
But Fabian, real quick, just to respond a couple seconds. Great point, both of y'all, right? But the LeBron Michael Jordan, to me, that's a great that shows the support that people are giving LeBron to put his name next to Jordan to where now it makes you bigger than life, which LeBron has already been, right? I don't know how big a pause you can get than LeBron, but I'm saying just imagine if the Bud Crawford compared to Floyd was 4-5 years ago, which it should have been. People are scared to have those conversations for whatever reason, right? But I know we can stay on this, and I'm going to get us out of here with this. This is how I think Bud Crawford could be top 3 greatest boxers of all time. You just beat Canelo. I wouldn't give Canelo a rematch. I washed you up already. I want to do something that people, y'all think what I just did, nobody believe me? Go back down to 160 in 2026. You find a formidable opponent. Whoop the brakes off of him, right? And in 2027, you go back up to 168 and you announce, I want Benavidez, the Mexican monster. And you beat Benavidez.
Why don't you fight Benavidez now?
Nah, Benavidez. No, listen, hold on. No, we got to build this thing up. We got to build this thing up. Please, remember, it's a business. It's a business.
Benavidez, that's a big boy. And I'm talking about height. That's a tall nigga.
Listen, listen, that's my point. All fine and dandy. If that man in 2026 goes down to 160, whoops somebody out, then in 2027, we have another mega fight, and he meets Benavidez at 168, and he beats Benavidez, he's top 3 boxers of all time. I'm not arguing with nobody. To me, if I'm in his camp, and that's when you retire, and that's when you get the big bag, the $50 million purse. Because remember, he took a pay cut on this. He said, I'm doing this for the culture. The Benavidez fight, you build that hype.
What did Canelo get? Did
100.
Canelo get a $150 or 100?
Right.
Yeah.
Bud got 10.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Right. So my point is, if I'm in Bud's corner, which I'm not, but if we want to do something that we talk about shock the world.
Wait. Bud got 10?
And maybe lies, but yeah. So I don't know if it had anything to do with the gate or things of that nature, but I know he got the short end of the stick. And he said, I'm not doing this for the money. These were his words.
It says Canelo's reported to reportedly earning anywhere between $100 million to $150 million, while Crawford is stated to be paid $10 million, but up to $50 million if you count pay-per-view points. So somewhere between $10 and $50 million. Either way, that's a quarter or a third of what Canelo got. Yeah, great points. I think you have to build up if you're Crawford, especially to pass along, the best of your time crown. And Ant was talking about. I think he said no to Boots already. Boots Ennis.
Yeah, ain't no money in that. I would say no to that too.
Okay, so you would go to the guys with a highlighted name already.
Fabian, listen. You gotta remember. I'm just saying, for me, Boots is a great fighter, and me and Ant, we used to have these arguments. Crawford is at a point in his career where it has to make sense. Well, I'm being honest. That Vegas shit, that thing was almost sold out. You think 40, 50,000 people was going to go see Bud Crawford versus Boots? No. But if Bud 2027 goes, I want the Mexican monster, who everybody been ducking. And like you said, Flea, bigger fighter. We already know niggas are scared to death of him. And if he go in there,
and that nigga hits hard. He's
Flea,
a heavy, like that nigga hits hard.
And if he goes in there, and that's another mega fight with another great boxer that got a whole country behind him, and you go in there and you whoop him,
I
that'll
think
be for 50, right? And that might be for 50.
50
it might be for 50 and oh, because what is he now?
Oh. No, he's 40. He's like 41 and all.
He's like
40.
Oh, okay. I don't know why I thought he was like 47, and then okay, it's still early 40s. Okay.
I think that's something else that we haven't talked about with Floyd, where again he fought these mega fighters from these countries. Ricky Hatton, God bless his day, he just passed away the other day.
Wow.
All
Rest in
these guys,
peace.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, Ricky had just passed. Word.
Wow.
So, like you said, Manuel Marquez, even Cotto, even De La Hoya, these guys, that, like you said, the countries behind them. Pacquiao, he built that thing up. He had the Pacquiao thing lurking for a decade, bro. He said, you know what? I know y'all want that, but I'm gonna do what I want to do. So I understand both sides of the Floyd controversy, but the way he built up the $100 million every fight,
that was bullshit.
it could
not enough of you niggas hold him accountable for that. That was bullshit.
A lot of people
he
do.
Should have been for Pacquiao.
A lot of people are saying he ruined boxing because of it, but my point is that it's still a way when we compare him to Floyd. Floyd in the modern day, nobody made more money than him in boxing. And if you're gonna do an inkling of that, I'm just trying to figure out a way for Crawford to do it. And I think AllBall spelled it out perfectly. You got to fight guys that have the country behind them because you need the U.S. behind you. You know what I'm saying? Like that just is just boxing is tribal. Fighting is tribal. That's just what it is. UFC got that thing on smash.
Fighting is tribal. Yes.
Come on.
I love that, baby.
1,000,000%. Speaking of tribal.
Smart. You're a little smart. A little bit.
Well, my next topic. No. Oh, shit.
Nah.
This nigga is crazy.
Yo, they're gonna cancel us
Ray,
today,
you gotta
baby.
chill, bro.
It's your
You
fault.
gotta relax.
Listen, it's tribal.
Look at
and and if it's this football, is this his football? Our tribe is the New York Giants. Yeah, baby. The bums. Hold on. Oh, boy, don't do that. Great game.
Excellent game.
What did we lose? 40-37? I didn't even get the score on here. I'm sorry. 40-37. It was a shootout. I didn't expect Russell Wilson to show up like that. We smoked a 3-point lead with 25 seconds to go. Uh-oh. Whoops. The Giants, all ball. Dak Prescott, the Dallas bums. We lost to them again. What's your reaction to the Giants? 0-2. We started the season that way. We're number one in passing right now, but the defense, horrendous. Got to a shootout. We lost everything in the fourth quarter. What's your reaction to the New York Giants, man, this year, last couple years?
Same song, man. Same song. Got rid of Saquon Barkley, which is just mind-boggling. I'm being honest. Daniel Jacobs would be looking real good right now. Oh, from Russell Wilson.
2-0. Daniel Jones threw for another 300 plus.
And I'm gonna say this. For some reason, New York, we give up on guys too quick. Pause. Bad loss, terrible loss. You can't lose like that. Defense is terrible. As good as Russell Wilson played, he threw an interception right on time. Right on time. I watched it live. Like, are you kidding me? So for me, it's the same old shit, the same old song every season. The coaching staff stinks, and the football team stinks. Simple and plain. There's nowhere else to put it. Once again, we're going to be starting from scratch coming up next season. I already gave up. I'm not even investing nothing in the Giants no more this season. Not wasting my time, fellas. Trash.
Flea, what is the countdown to Brian Daboll getting fired? 0-2 again. What's going on here?
Yeah, by Thanksgiving. by Thanksgiving.
Might be before that.
Before Christmas, something like that. But I'm not as down on the Giants as OG is. That was a tough loss yesterday. That pissed me off. Russell Wilson had an amazing game. I haven't seen him throw the football like that in a long time.
Since Seattle.
Malik Neighbors is a fucking dog. We have a wide receiver one on our team, a guy that demands the rock, and you better get that shit to him. Love his route running, love his hands. He's a physical receiver as well. So I like that kid a lot. I just don't like that, we haven't beat the Cowboys in Dallas in over 10 years. We haven't done it in a decade. Last time we beat Dallas was Dak Prescott's home opener as a rookie. So put that in perspective. The last time we beat Dallas in Dallas, right? I thought the early penalties really killed us. In that first quarter, we had, I think, 5 to 6 straight penalties from the same fucking guy. Every time they turn around, 55, 55, 55, to the point where Dable had to take him out the game. He said, yo, get this nigga out the game. Get him out the game. False start, holding. It was the same guy over and over again. And so it was a valiant effort by the Giants throughout that entire game to put us in position to win. But them early penalties killed us. And you call it what you want. That kicker, they said, is the best kicker in NFL history, y'all.
Insane.
They said by percentage, he is the best kicker in NFL history. This nigga hit a 64-yarder.
64-yarder.
To tie the fucking game. 64 yards to tie the game. We go into overtime, and then, Russell gets back to being Russell. Those that, I think he had that forward pass that was almost a fumble, or they considered it an incomplete pass. It should have been a fumble because that was some bullshit that he did. And then,
well, you thought that was a fumble?
I don't know what the fuck it was. It was just a bonehead play to make. Both those, Fabian, both times before they snapped the ball, I said, yo, Rush, just take care of the rock. I said, yo, Rush, take care of the rock. He fucked up the forward pass. I said, Rush, take care of the rock. He wanted to go back to the Neighbors. I get it. Neighbors wasn't open. You threw into double coverage. Throw the bitch away. Throw it away. Not a game that we should have lost, y'all. Not a game we should have lost. So I'm not disappointed in the team. I'm disappointed in how we lost.
Yeah, I can't lie. It's just entertaining because we don't expect them to win. There's no championship expectation. I don't even have playoff expectations. This defense is not. They can't hold a nosebleed. What's my guy? Flea, Boss Scott. Can't hold a nosebleed. Like
throw Jackson Dart out there right now and let him get his licks for the rest of the year.
I was gonna ask you that.
Let him get his licks for the rest of the year.
Nah,
how he gonna learn?
Because that they don't even know what to run. Their ball is horrible, by the way.
He's bad.
Then your offensive line ain't even set yet. So how you gonna have to throw a rookie in there? This ain't. Remember, we went through this with Eli and Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner got demolished. A vet demolished. That's when we knew, yo, Eli's kind of tough, man, because he's getting his ass whipped out there. He could take a lick. That's the very least we learned about Eli Manning when he was through his rookie season. But I digress. Jackson Dart's a big boy. Daniel Jones, I don't want to hear about him, man.
Tory B, he was shit in overtime. I love you, girl. He was shit in overtime. Shit.
But we also can't rely. That can't be the game plan with Russell Wilson as your quarterback. He's never been throw 50 times a game winner. That's not his style. He's always Marshawn Lynch, superb defense. That's how he won.
Fabian, we're gonna expect this dude to throw for 400 yards next week, 450 yards next week.
But he's leading the league
against
right
Kansas City. We got Kansas City next week. Now we're gonna get to them in a second. But
why can't we
go 450 next week?
Why not? What's so great about Kansas City defensively?
No, is he gonna throw 450 again? Is he gonna throw 450 against the Little Giants? Fuck Kansas City. Is he gonna throw? Y'all saw that movie. Is he gonna throw 450 against the Little Giants where they had the bitch on the team? Is he gonna do that?
He threw for 450 against the big Cowboys.
Like, come on, man.
Knock it off. Yo, man. What side are you on, Flea? You started off with me going against AllBall. Now you're going against me, going against. I don't even know what you're doing right now. Yes, he will throw for 350 against the damn bum-ass Chiefs. They're done. They're 0-2 also. They're the same party we are. Stop it, Flea. Why are you talking like the Little Giants? What kind of shit you be talking about, man?
Yo, man, I can't lose like that. All game long, I was just so impressed with how he was walking them niggas down the field. How much did Neighbors catch last year? I mean, last game. Well over $100. What, he got $150?
Neighbors stats. 167 yards. 2 touchdowns. I'm hearing that music, that football.
None of that shit matters.
Tory B, you right. The schedule is brutal. That's a fact.
Russell Wilson ain't shit. That's the fact of the matter. This is what New York teams do. We get the bum niggas at the end of the road and really expect them to do some spectacular shit.
Has he been the same since he got with Ciara?
Wave the white flag. Ciara ain't had nothing to do with him. Him and the coach have the worst play in sports history. The nigga threw an interception at the 1 yard line. Ciara ain't had nothing to do with that.
And that's our quarterback.
Exactly.
He's supposed to audible that. I don't care what. Oh, Pete, get the fuck out of here, Pete. Here you go, Marshawn. But that idiot wanted to be.
That's a bad play call. That's a
horrible
awful play call.
Supposed to audible that.
That got Malcolm Butler paid. We ain't heard from that nigga since. That got that nigga paid, and ain't heard from that nigga since.
Speaking of paid, got Travis Kelce out here. Taylor Swift said he was talking about that your man, and then Travis Kelce clotheslined him in the first game. Out of commission.
Tory B, Scatterboo, I like him too. 44, the running back, little white boy, I like him. Just wanted to say that. Scatterboo.
Yo, Sean Wilson, man, reveal your identity. How the hell you know I watched Heroes back in the day? The first 2 seasons was popping. After that was garbage. Scatterboo is like a 1965 name. What is that, by the way?
I like that kid. He run hard, man. I like that kid. That nigga run hard.
It's all the transition from that ninja run hard. But speaking of running hard, yeah, them Eagles is tough, Sean Wilson. They're doing their thing because they got them bum-ass Chiefs up out of here in the rematch. 0 for 2 all ball. Chiefs, garbage, big bummage. 20-17, the Eagles defeated the Kansas City Chiefs. They're looking like they're, I don't know, in a free-for-all. Patrick Mahomes, $187, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He still looked like he was nimble out there. I'm not going to lie. He ran for 66 yards. Saquon Barkley, 88 yards rushing. Jalen Hurts, 101 yards throwing. He threw for 101 yards. Yo, I can see why people hate saying he's that good. I'm sorry.
That's hate. You heard what he said to Chris Jones. We won the fucking game. We won the fucking game.
You ain't even throw for a buck. Nah, that was tough.
We won the game. Shut up.
Shut up before I take your girl. He's out here. Might be slinging it. But 20-17,
married.
Eagles.
He's married.
Is he?
He's married. Yes, like you.
Yeah, niggas are out of control up here.
I digress. Don't make me do it again, old boy. I digress.
Don't.
Flea, hold me back.
Yes, hold yourself back.
And it's crazy because y'all reacted mad delayed. But the Eagles are 2-0. The Chiefs are 0-2. Oh, boy, what we thinking right now, man? Chiefs are the dynasty's finished? Basura?
Yeah. Big shout out Rex Ryan, man. You know, them guys had that platform talking NFL, and they broke it down great. Nobody fears the Chiefs anymore. And this is them thinking they're better than who they are. I got to give a shout out to Flea. He says it all the time. What are you doing every year to improve? The Chiefs thought they were that good that every year they don't have to make no adjustments. They don't have to make no moves. This is why they had an opportunity to be the next New England Patriots. But what did New England do every year? We getting guys. Slot receivers. Remember, every year they getting guys. Kansas City Chiefs, they are in their own way. Simple and plain. Y'all have Patrick Mahomes. Y'all have Superman. But Superman gets old. Y'all never put money towards defense. Remember, because all their whole thing is outscore y'all. But now the Chargers got better. Everybody's gotten better. Everybody's caught up to you. And if you think you're going to go out there with a weak O-line, no defense, no receivers, no running back, and you think Pat Mahomes is going to take you to the promised land, nah. Listen, the Kansas City Chiefs, my opinion, 0-2 are done. They'd be lucky if they make the playoffs. Yeah, I'm going there. I know it's early, but unless they make some major moves, I know they got the kid Rice. They got some players coming back, but until they understand that you're never good enough, you have to continue to get better and make moves. Flea, that's something that you always preach, and I think the Kansas City Chiefs, that's where they dropped the ball at. Yes, they have three championships now, 3 Super Bowls, but you know, To me, they had an opportunity. You got the great coach, you got the great quarterback, you got a great organization. To me, they had an opportunity to where they could run 5-6, maybe within 10 years. But I think they dropped the ball because, once again, too cocky, Paul's too arrogant, too conceited, thinking that, remember, Kelsey now, we already know the Taylor Swift effect, Patrick Mahomes. So to me, them not never investing in defense, never trying to make moves. Even this season, people were saying, why not just go get Tyreek Hill? We know what happened, how that split up was, but y'all need some offense. Fix that situation, go get them. So I think that's where their problem is going to lie at. And I think this season is where the dynasty is forgotten about. It's over.
Damn. Flea, is the dynasty over? What's up with the Chiefs? Are you more impressed with the Eagles than disappointed in the Chiefs?
I think the Eagles are just coming off that Super Bowl high and just continuing to play the same kind of football that they played last season. I think that's great. You very seldom see teams that were great defensively and on their O-line come back the next season and things look seamless, right? They just look like they picked up where they left off. I'm not really ready to count out the Chiefs just yet. We talking about a team that's won the AFC how many years in a row now? What is this, like 10 years in a row?
Yes, something
6, 7
crazy.
years. Like, it's something insane where they are always the last team standing, once the NFC is it comes to a conclusion. So I'm not ready to, put the turn the lights out on them yet. I do remember the Patriots going a whole decade without winning the championship, and they was able to find their way back. People don't remember that Tom Brady went 10 years without winning, right? There was no real smut put on his name for 10 years. Somebody had a child and they turned 10 before he won a Super. Like, think about how long that is, and they didn't win. And they're still talked about and revered as a dynastic level team. So Chiefs got some work to do, though. Chiefs got some work to do. They have not looked the same since that breakup with Tyreek, like you said. That high-powered offense that they had at one point, it just started to show how great Patrick Mahomes was, right? Because they was able to win without Tyreek. So it says a lot about him. Obviously, Travis Kelce, in some people's eyes, is the best tight end of all time. For me, obviously, is 1, 2, or 3. He's up there. We could talk about that another time. But
I 100% disagree, but we'll talk about that another
that's
time.
fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But
he's not even top 5.
Oh, you bugging.
Makes 2 of us.
Yeah, you bugging. You bugging. Give me your 5. What the fuck you talking about? Give me your 5 tight ends that are better than Travis Kelce.
Listen, I ain't scared of you. You ain't gonna yell at me. I mean, I ain't answering.
Tell me.
Gronk ain't a maybe. If he's healthy the whole time, he's the best ever, bar none.
Okay, Gronk is one.
There's an argument between him and Shannon Sharp.
He's better than Shannon. He's better than Shannon.
It's an argument.
He's better than Shannon.
He went to 2 different teams, got 2 different Super Bowls. He was still tough at like Kelsey's slowing down. Kelsey looks like a 40. Has been looking at 45 for like 5 years already. Shannon Sharp.
Kelsey's slowing down after winning 3 Super Bowls.
But hold on. Tony Gonzalez started off not even being able to catch the ball. Who was his all-time quarterback until he got Joe Montana on the same Chiefs? Tony Gonzalez, who could yam it on that field goal and the damn. I don't think,
Antonio Gates is great too, but Kelsey, there's levels. Kelsey is on that level. Y'all don't have to like the nigga because he's in this era and he's not a part of all the. But all the niggas y'all naming right now will tell you the same thing. Yeah, Travis Kelce at a different level
because he can
every
block.
Nigga you named.
He's fundamentally great as a tight end, but in terms of he got Gates beat on that. In terms of more, he can block and all that. Gates is more of a wide receiver type tight end. He's one of the first super athletic tight ends. But
for sure, he's a basketball player,
right? But Tony Gonzalez of the world, there's several. I think that's a different class. The Gronk, Tony Gonzalez. I think he's in the Shannon Sharp conversation. Trying to think who else is out there. If Jeremy Shockey's dumbass,
Tony Gonzalez a better tight end than Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, he's more consistent.
I don't know if I agree with that. But okay.
Tony Gonzalez never. Remember, I think he led the league in catches one year. He never had. He was never on the same Baltimore Ravens and all that. Tony Gonzalez was crazy, and he blocked. Shannon Sharpe ain't blocked like that.
Who was Shannon's quarterback? And Trent Dilfer? Dilfer?
Flea. Who? Okay.
Dilfer?
Oh wait, stop. Trent Dilfer. Horrible, right? Now let's rewind. Who was Shannon Sharpe's quarterback his whole career before that?
I didn't talk about that.
I know.
Because you tried to say, oh, he went over to Baltimore and got. Nigga, he went to Baltimore and they had the best defense in the league.
I agree.
And they probably have one of the best defensive ever.
And scored an 80-yard touchdown in the championship. But that's all of him. Trent Dilfer ain't do none of that.
Dilfer.
But who else you had in mind, old boy? I was just going off the cuff.
No, but we'll talk about it another time. I'm not gonna let Flea bully and poke me into answering that. Yeah, nah. Listen, Kelsey is good.
I almost got it.
Kelsey is good. I just think, when it comes to football, the conversations, when it comes to GOAT status and greatness, the Super Bowls don't matter. I kind of like that with football, right? Because look at a guy like Tony Gonzalez. That's definitely top 5 tight ends all time. He ain't got no championship, no Super Bowl. So I think Kelsey, it could be made a case, but I don't know, Flea. Top 10 for sure. The top 5 is tough, man.
Roll, what you want to do, Flea?
Tough. It's tough.
Mike Ditka, where we going, Flea? The OG.
All-time greats.
Yo, Kelsey didn't want no parts of Mike Ditka. Right now.
I heard you, man. I heard you.
Yeah, back down. Talking football now.
I heard you. You don't watch.
Come on, baby.
You see this shit, y'all? Y'all see this shit? Do y'all see this shit? God damn. I love this show, man. I love my brothers. This nigga Ray, boy. Oh, man.
Listen, you know what? Maybe we can equalize some things, Flea. Maybe we can equalize it. This guy, I'm still waiting for my one-on-one.
One-on-one with who?
Look, oh boy, he go ducking again. Listen, pause right there. We got a show to do, Flea. I want to talk about these Knicks, man. And when I mentioned the Knicks,
I need 30 seconds. There's a lot of niggas, right? You included. There's a lot of niggas that think Flea washed. I be getting text messages, niggas jumping comments on social media, all that type of shit. Maybe I gotta make an example out of some of you. I don't know yet. But niggas is talking too fly, too comfortable. Go ahead, Ray. My bad.
Jimmy Graham is not in this conversation, Michael James. No way. Soft. He's soft. Soft. Put and pop. Kellen Winslow Sr. Definitely.
The daddy.
Yes.
Yeah, the daddy.
Kellen Winslow Jr. God bless. Little bugged out. Hope he got his help and all that because he was bugged out. Nah, don't do it. Well, who? Who you
Kellen
said?
Winslow Jr. Talk about
he wasn't regular. He wasn't regular. He was on Miami and all that. Jason Witten was tough. He's that much better than
Somebody said Jeremy Shockey. Show some love to Shockey.
Shockey.
That's a real Hurricane. If you want to talk, he was part of that real Hurricane team.
Jeremy Shockey was bugged out, bro. He broke his leg and we won the chip.
I mean, that
says it all right there.
We ain't speaking about the bug out, Aaron Hernandez.
That's a fact. No, but that's a fact.
No, we lucked up that Aaron Hernandez got hurt in the championship. It wasn't him and Shockey, him and Gronk out there. Tom Brady didn't have one of his boys.
But I'm gonna be honest.
I was gonna say he was missing his gang. That was in the wrong place.
Yo, chill.
I'm sorry.
I know the sister of the dude he killed very personally. So, like,
I hate giving the Dallas Cowboys props, but Jason Witten might be top 5, bro.
Top 5 is tough.
Yo, what else we got? The nigga didn't want to give me no list. Argue me down about Travis Kelce, and then wants to run and praise Jason Witten. Big shout out to Jason Witten, man. Hell of a tight end. Big shout out to Jason. Hold
on, East Blue Drew. I'm the solution is kind of fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still in that. Tomorrow, I'm I'm walk around work saying I'm the solution and do no work.
I don't like you saying that because you already got the arrogance on you. I'm the solution. You walking around saying that?
I'm the solution. Is
like OG said, if niggas is really tough, they gonna beat your ass. If niggas is really tough, if niggas is really tough, and you say to a nigga, I'm the solution, he better beat your ass. Take that suspension from work, nigga.
You know why? You know why I hate Flea for real, boy? Because I hate beat your. Why do you say it with such emphasis? You talk about me being arrogant or whatever the fuck you call me? Shit, man.
Oh shit. Oh,
what's up with them Knicks, man?
Knicks Rehab.
Knicks Rehab, y'all.
It's 9:15. Speaking of work, what we talking about? Flea.
Oh man.
Is that a fact?
I got a fact. I got a fact, y'all. I got a fact. I got it written down. I held on to this earlier because I wanted to give it to the people. We're gonna be throwing some flea facts out there. And not flea facts, actually flea questions. For you niggas that think y'all know what y'all know, right? For you niggas that think y'all know what y'all know. Now, big shout out to my guy Simon. I always mention Simon. That's my guy. That's my former teammate, former roommate. That's my guy. He jumps in. I got another chat with some of my former teammates, and throws in the chat today. He says, I got a trivia for niggas. Here we go. Last season, there was only 6 players in the NBA, 6 guys in the NBA to average over 35 minutes per game and shoot over 50% from the field. So average 35 minutes or more per game and shoot over 50% from the field. 6 guys, y'all. Can we name them? Do we got any? Anybody come to mind?
Can I throw 2 out real quick? Joker
Yes,
and Giannis?
Joker is one. Giannis is not, OG.
Oh, wow.
35 minutes a game, 50% from the field.
Yes, sir. Joker is one. We got one.
6 individuals.
6 individuals. We down to 5 now. Because Joker,
he took
he
mine.
said Joker.
I had Joker. At one point,
I think that's the easiest one.
Yeah, he's
I think that's the easiest one.
Alfred Sengun.
Negative, my friend.
I have mad confidence right there. I am not the solution.
That fast. That fast. That fast.
Dang.
I will say this though. Because this may take a while.
Is Cat in that?
Bah, we got another one. There you go, OG. We got another one.
My dumb ass said Brunson.
I mean, stay along those lines. This is Knicks Rehab, right? Let's use context clues. Let's understand why we here.
Probably Josh Hart.
It's another. Shot over 50%. Led the league in minutes per game. But go ahead.
Shit, that's 3.
Your
that's
boy.
3. We got 3 more. I'm sorry.
That was your boy. SGA didn't shoot 50%.
He did not. He did not. But we got 3. We got Joker. We got Cat. And we got Josh Hart. We got 3 more, y'all.
I guess you guys in the comments, you fight it out. And don't Google it. You heathens. You get in there and you use your brain. Jesus Louises. Fellas, let's get into it, man. Knicks, they pick up Malcolm Brogdon. Been several years now, Flea. We've been talking about him. It looked like he was too expensive. We were offering Emmanuel quickly $25 million a year, and we saw Malik Monk was getting the same amount. Michael Brogdon was getting offered the same amount. That was 2 summers ago. I recall this. And now, finally,
Tory B.
I was going to say that next. And then we fast forward 2 summers now, and Malcolm Brogdon, he's available. 6th man of the year at a certain point. I think the 2023 year. Defensive stalwart would have been perfect for Tibbs to run down the drain. But we are here with Mike Brown, AllBall. What is your opinion on this? Because now, you know, we pick up another rotational player, and it sounds like what you actually called in the last live we did with Knicks Rehab, what you said was, yo, this is leading up to a big move, a possible trade, because we got to re-sign some of these guys. What are you thinking about just having a looks like 9-10 available players to get on that court and the possibility of the Knicks making a big move somewhere around this season?
So let me say this first. I love the acquisition only from a standpoint of I think we do have a trick up our sleeve, and I think there's going to be a major move being made, whether it's this season or next season. I think these moves are being made, re-signing Shamit, now signing Brogdon. Because this season, if we don't win a championship or at least get to the championship, these are pieces that can be moved for a big time player. And I think we are setting up to go get Giannis Antetokounmpo. Because now we have all the assets in the world. Those are 2 expiring contracts, if I'm not mistaken. You know, teams love picking up expiring contracts. So I think we are making these moves not for these guys to be rotational players. I think we have a trick up our sleeve, and I think there will be a big move being made. If it's not Giannis, I don't know who else it could be, but think about a move we could make, even if it's not a Giannis, where we keep our core guys, right? Where now look at all the assets we have to maybe pull off a move like what Cleveland did when they got the young man from Atlanta. What is DeAndre
Hunter?
Right. So even a move like that to solidify some things. So like I said, I think the Malcolm Brogdon move is maybe 2-3 years too late. We was up here talking about how much we liked his game and how we thought he would help us tremendously. Remember, he could guard 1 through 3. He's a big guard, plays defense, but like I said, I think this move 2-3 years ago would have made more sense. I think now that move is being made because the front office is seeing what's going on and they checking the landscape and they understand if we're going to go get Giannis, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot. And I think these are moves that are being made because of that reason only. I'm going to be honest, unless God forbid don't happen, somebody gets injured, I don't see Shamit and Brogdon getting rotation unless we're blowing a team out. With the young man from France and now Jordan Clarkson, Deuce, those guys are not getting time over them. Right now we have Hart or Mitchell Robinson that's coming off the bench. So I don't see Shamit or Brogdon getting minutes over those 4 guys right there. So I think we have a major move and a real trick up our sleeve. I'm just waiting to see what it's going to be, if it's either going to be this year or next year. But I think we're going to make a tremendous, crazy move probably by the trade deadline.
Lee, what's your reaction to the Knicks getting Malcolm Brogdon and the possibility of changing the roster up again? I mean, even ever so slightly. Was it a big splash? What do you, maybe a small prediction on that behalf? But more so, how do you react to the getting Malcolm Brogdon?
I think this is something I've been calling for a few years now. I think I've been saying that to y'all for a while. I would love to have Brogdon on our team. Just seeing what Brunson is as our point guard, right? Brunson has been everything for us and some, right? But I think with bringing in Brogdon, I'm going to disagree with OG. Bringing in Brogdon, I think, jumps him up a couple of spots in the rotation just merely for what he can do. When you get a guy in the game that can actually take the ball out of Brunson's hands, we haven't had that since he's been here, right? We haven't had anybody else that we could say, hey, give me the rock, let me orchestrate, let me get guys involved. You just get off the basketball. Think about this, y'all. Imagine Brunson coming off a pin down and catching and shoot. We never get a chance to see that because we have nobody else to set the table. Imagine Brogdon getting 1 foot in the paint, being able to spray out to shooters in the corners, whether that's Bridges or OG, or getting into the paint and having a dump off for Cat to get busy in that short corner area, right? The dunker spot, right? Imagine Brogdon just being able to be in the game and run offense to get Brunson open, right? Where Brunson is catching 2 dribbles and into his shot, or 2 dribbles to the basket, or 2 dribbles or no dribbles and just catching and shooting, right? For me, it just opens up so much more for what the Knicks can actually be and how we can attack teams this year that we've never had. We've never had another guy that could really orchestrate offense for us besides Jalen Brunson. So I think it's twofold. I think it sets us up to be really good this year, right? But if we hit that wall where we can't beat whoever is out west, right, then that sets us up to say, hey, we got some pieces or we got some things that we can move around to make a big splash. But for me, it was all about depth. It was all about, right, like my whole big thing was, you know, we argued to the end about Tibbs, right? Where's he going wrong? What is he doing, right? And my whole thing was always Tibbs didn't have a viable bench to go in. He had guys, but he didn't have a Clarkson to look to. He didn't have a Brogdon to look to. He didn't have the ability to have Josh Hart come off the bench, a Deuce McBride who's a couple years older now, right? He didn't have that at his disposal. Mike Brown walks through the door with a damn near 10-man rotation, right? Something that I don't think Tibbs ever really had. And so it just puts us in a great position to win now. The window is short, but that bitch is open. And we need to kick that shit open and win now. Win this year.
I think it really does so, but for the opposite reasons that you expressed, Flea, because I think he has a non-guaranteed contract along with Landry Shamet. It's non-guaranteed. That means you have to compete. And I'm just into what practice is going to look like. I don't really foresee him being having any heavy minutes to get Jalen Brunson open and kicking it out. Like, that's not really his game to me. I don't see him, really being that much of a playmaker for us. I see him being a professional, how you always speak to, Flea. We need that guy to be taking the 10th spot seriously. We want competition from starting lineup center to the 15th man on the roster. And also with the non-guaranteed deals, it does open things up for a possible deal in between the season. And we're giving people roles. Deuce McBride, you ain't gonna be backing up no damn Landry Shamet and these guys. I know we flirted with that. We want him to shoot for Josh Hart and possibly get into the starting lineup sometimes because OG gets hurt, Brunson gets hurt. I don't ever see Malcolm Brogdon starting. He didn't start for the Portland Trailblazers. He didn't start for the Boston Celtics.
He played on bad teams the last 2 seasons, and there's smut on his name now that is undeserved. Washington was shit. Portland was shit. But the last time he was on a damn good team, he was the 6th man of the year. So now, like, he's extremely far removed from who he was as a Celtic. I don't think that's fair to, like, he's not gonna. You don't see him starting. He won't ever play.
Who the non-guaranteed contract?
Fabian, who's our backup point guard right now?
You got Deuce.
That's not a point guard.
That's what he did last year. The guys who can handle the ball. You got Jordan Crawford, Jordan Clarkson who could bring up the ball. That's what we got them for. Tyler Kolek, hopefully he's the 3rd on the depth chart for backup point guard. They ain't gonna be Brogdon. And again, and even if you're asking me that question, it ain't just me saying that. The Knicks gave him a 1-year non-guaranteed deal. That ain't 6th man of the year money. No, the market is telling you, bro, you kind of washed. You got to prove yourself for that next contract. So I don't expect him to be starting or having major minutes. To be honest, the more I'm saying that, I'm hoping he doesn't, because that's a good thing. That means everybody else is doing their thing. I hope it is that we have to trade him.
Keep him on ice. Or keep him on ice till we get on the playoff run.
Yes.
Yeah,
and in the playoffs, you got a guy like that. He was on Boston. Does he have any heavy playoff experience? He was on Indiana, right?
He was on Milwaukee too. Like, this guy, it's not like he wasn't on some bum team. Like, he played on 2 bad teams over the last 2 seasons. And I understand what the NBA looks at him, but I'm just saying what would make us better. I got what you're saying. Yeah, we got Josh Hart coming off the bench. We got Jordan Clarkson. We got Deuce McBride. All 3 guys should be above him in the rotation in the depth chart. But can all 3 of those guys do what he could do
defensively?
I'm just talking about ball handling responsibilities. We got to get the ball out of Brunson's hand at some point to be that great team. Shea had the rock in his hand, but he ain't had a rock in his hand 100% of the time. He allowed J Dub to be able to create for others. Kason Wallace had the ball in his hands sometimes, and we're watching Shea come off his shit and get it and then get into his shit. So, yeah, Shea's very ball dominant, but they had other guys that they could put the ball in their hands and say, hey, create something for us because we don't need to wear down Shea. I don't think Brunson should continue to be that.
But we agree with that. We agree with that part. I just don't think Brogdon's going to be the guy to supersede Kolek, Clarkson, and Deuce McBride. Like I can't see that. And even if that's the case, I don't want him to. From what if he's as good as 3 years ago, then this is a different story. And I think Deuce and these guys are in trouble. If it's that guy for 80 games, then forget about it. But you know, we were praying for OG to have 82 games last year. We were praying for Karl Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson, all these guys, OG Anunoby to have 82 games last year. We know we ain't got to worry about our guy Bridges, but you know, Brogdon, this is a for real thing. I don't know if he's reliable like that. You know what I hate about you too? You guys be cooking up the fantasy world. That's the shit that I'll be arguing with. Y'all will do a projection on some shit that you think should happen. I'm like, yo, I'm going by what I already saw, what I felt out, what I already seen happen. This motherfucker can't play.
You got a new coach. You got a new coach.
So
if you think you got a new coach, so everybody got to earn. Everybody got to earn what they earn. Everybody got to earn what they earn. Not named Brunson and Cat. Everybody got to earn what they earn.
On a 1-year non-guaranteed deal.
That's what they could afford.
No, I get that. But my question is: so Deuce signed for that much, Jordan Clarkson signed for that much, and then Brogdon has a shot like they do.
But hold on. There's one thing I agree with y'all both. I think a guy like Brogdon is going to be able to help us out in the playoffs. This year in the playoffs, we seen what happened with that short rotation that we had, and with guys that couldn't play defense.
Brogdon shut his ass down.
Got a hold of his Wi-Fi.
Yo. So, hold on. We can go at it for a second before ball comes in and try to referee.
What you got for me?
No, just with that, it's not. I'm hoping. I mean, Brogdon's potential is got to be better than their potential, right?
But that doesn't. I think you getting offended. And I mean that like facetiously, bro. But you like getting offended for your already Josh Hart, Deuce McBride, like your guys already. You getting offended because I'm saying this guy's gonna walk in there and be able to do. I'm just saying be able to do what those guys don't do. Imagine a guy like him being able to create for other guys. I was just telling y'all trivia. I'm gonna finish the trivia because this is a good time to finish it. The 6 guys that averaged over 35 minutes a game and shot over 50%. Joker, KD, Karl Anthony Towns, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and Zach LaVine. I just named 3 Knicks, right? I just named 3 Knicks starters. Guys that y'all niggas said was getting ran in the ground. Guys that y'all said Tibbs was overplaying. These guys were efficient. Somehow, some way, these niggas was efficient. Somehow, some way, these niggas were efficient in the time that they played on the court. The too much time that they was on the court. Go fucking figure, right? Go figure. Not my point. My point is, though.
Somebody brought in a Tibbs flag into September. After he said, I don't want to hear about Tibbs for the rest of the summer. God bless. He waited for the end of the summer, AllBall.
Tibbs was his guy, bro. Listen,
right.
He said it. He's fighting for his guy, man.
I'm just saying, if y'all, so hold on. If y'all would, now mind you, OG shot 47%. He just missed it. He was just outside of this criteria that we said. He shot that.
Who was that?
From the field.
I didn't hear that name.
OG Anunoby.
Oh, that guy.
Right. Yeah, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. My point is this. Those guys were super efficient with a guy that is a scoring guard, right? I'm just saying, imagine having somebody there to set the table for Brunson and the rest of those guys. We talked about Josh Hart shooting over 50%, and he's creating for himself. Josh Hart creating for himself and shot over 50. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you bring in a guard that can actually set the table. This shit looks completely different. So I'm just saying, don't be out on Brogdon and what he could provide us.
All ball. This guy claims to know when I'm offended and doesn't realize that just offended me. Josh Hart creating for himself all ball. I will pass the baton to my man with the left.
Did. Who created for him last year?
All ball. What were you saying?
Don't answer me because you can't. Don't answer me because you can't.
He was going off offensive rebounds. That's not when you say
that's what I'm saying. Creating for himself.
Creating opportunities. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna let it slide. Oh boy, I'm sorry.
No. This is a great conversation.
What Ryan Clark said?
I think Brogdon just makes us. Y'all stupid.
What Ryan Clark said? This is the non-player in you, nah.
we could tell who played ball up here.
But y'all both made great points. I think this is the plus for us. There's nothing negative about having Brogdon. Like I said, I would have liked it 2-3 years ago. But for me, it just makes us a deeper team. We've seen, how deep OKC went in their bench, Indiana, and listen, you have to be able to have at least 8, 9, 10 guys. A lot of guys get injured, and then you have mismatches. Like I said, a guy like Brogdon in the playoffs. Just imagine if we had him last season, we would just go, you know what? Just chase around Halliburton, man. Just make it difficult for him. Not saying Halliburton wouldn't have put up his numbers because he's a great player, but I just think either way, I still think we're up to something huge. But I think this season, going up until the trade deadline, we'll see how things look. But Flea, I kind of agree with you a little bit. I think Brogdon to be able to get on the court, but I think what he's going to be doing in practice is what's going to tell if he's going to be getting on the court. But I would definitely put him on the court before Kolek. I'm going to be honest. I'm not big on Kolek how I was at first. I think he still needs maybe another year or 2 under his belt. Because like I said, we're in championship mode at this point. So I don't think you can, try to figure things out. But I think Brogdon can help, but I think more so in the playoffs. We ain't gonna need him in the regular season, to be honest with you.
I got a question before we go. Who a better player? Malcolm Brogdon or Andre Miller? Who's the better player?
I'm going Andre Miller.
Okay.
Listen, one of the most underrated players. Hold on. One of the most underrated players in NBA history. He does not get talked about enough. That guy was legit.
Okay.
I love this game.
You're rolling with Andre Miller too, right?
Brogdon's obviously more talented. I think that's the thing.
Who's the better player, Fabian?
First of all, I'm answering the question the way I want to.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, my brother.
The non-basketball players, we gonna speak up and stand up to you bullies. You drill hooper bullies.
You niggas is bullies.
We taking y'all out. I'm the solution.
Okay, I see what you did there. But
see, that's what I'm saying, though, Fleet. Brogdon is clearly more talented than Deuce. That his potential, his skill is not in question. It's really the injuries. Can he stay on the court? To bring up someone like Andre Miller is like Andre Miller could never D up like Brogdon, ever. But he can control the tempo. He can run the offense. He can be a pure point guard. But Brogdon, if we're talking about can he stay healthy for 82 games, can he give you 25 minutes, 20 minutes a game for even 70 games? That's a different guy. But I just don't, you know what it is? Like I said earlier, I don't expect that. You expect this from him. Your best case scenario for Malcolm Brogdon is what? 65 games, 20 minutes a game? Like, what do you see him actually playing?
I see. I just said it to my man earlier today. If you could get 60 to 65 games out of him, and we talking about 15 to 20 minutes off the bench, 12 to 15 minutes off the bench. If we're talking about certain possessions in the game where you don't have Cat in the game. Let's say you don't have Cat in the game and you run a backcourt, which is a smaller backcourt, but we forget Brogdon's a 6'5" guy. He's not a little guard. So let's say you run out of backcourt with a Brogdon and Brunson, right? For spells. We're talking about 3 minutes at a time, something like that, where you don't put Brunson in a position where he got to guard, some of the heavier guards. And I'm talking about heavier, meaning the guys that really get after it on him, right? Let's say we roll that out there and we have Brogdon out there on spells like that. For me, I would just love to see Brunson off the basketball getting quicker shots. We know that he could beat his man. It don't matter who's on him. He's going to kill you. But I would love to see him get open, like wide open. Imagine Brunson catching the ball and being wide open and not have to dribble, not have to break his man down, nothing like that. I just don't feel like other guys on the team, aside from Brogdon, could put him in that position. We even put ball handling responsibilities in Bridges' hands last year. We had some success with it, but long term, we don't do it. So I just think I'm looking at the optimism for Brogdon, because it could go left, he could get hurt and not play at all. You're right.
But it's okay. So all right, I'm being pessimistic then. So if I want to be optimistic and go on what you're saying, once you get major, if Malcolm Brogdon gets major minutes like that, we're talking about a whole nother. Now you got me going crazy, Flea. Thanks, Flea. Thanks. Because now you're talking about a lineup of Brogdon, Bridges, OG, and Mitchell Robinson sometimes.
Right.
That's what we've been missing.
Right. You roll that out there.
See, but this is what that guy in the middle usually does. Some crazy fantasy like, Michael Brogdon, if he gives us 70 games, 15 minutes, we're talking about the best defense of all time. We would forget about it. That lineup, sliding in puppies, Mitchell Robinson, Bridges, OG Anunoby, Malcolm Brogdon, fully healthy. That's tough because Brogdon saw what that looks like a little bit over there in Portland. He saw that a little bit what that looks like in Boston. He's seen greatness on the defensive end. Chauncey Billups led over there in Portland, not a great team, of course, but I've seen him rip a whole bunch of great teams 2 years ago, in the last 2 years over there in Portland. And of course, with Boston, they won the championship eventually. So he has that in his DNA. If I'm being optimistic and we get to see some of those minutes, Flea, 10, 15 minutes of that, especially, can Deuce go in there and put OG at the 4? Now you got me. See, now you got my fucking gears turning, Flea.
But then it just makes for so many different lineups, OG. Right? Yeah. I ain't saying nothing about Clarkson, right? I ain't said one word about Clarkson.
Yeah.
What is he gonna bring for us, right? We finally might get a double-digit scorer off the bench. We haven't had that
on a consistent basis. On a consistent basis.
Sure, come on.
Yeah. This is a great problem Mike Brown has, and this is where great coaching comes into play. He has to coach. I said this about Tibbs last season. I'm gonna say this about Mike Brown. There's no excuses. You got to coach your ass off. You have everything you need. You have superstar. You have all-stars. You have great defenders. You have a bench now. Bro, you got to put it together. Simple and plain. No excuse. And then now with what happened with Boston, with Tatum and no Porzingis and Halliburton hurt and the mess in Philly, bro, there's no excuse. No excuse. And like I keep telling y'all, I don't care how long Mike Brown contract is. I said this about Tim, y'all, and what everybody's doing, laughing at me. We just signed him. Doesn't matter. Mike Brown will be on the hot seat as well. Don't be surprised if we don't go to the championship. His ass will be fired too.
And I will be tearing shit up in here. I will be flipping shit over, tearing shit up in here. They fired that nigga after 1 year.
If you smell. So, hold on. Speaking of getting it right, you want to touch on the Kuminga thing, or we wrapping this up, AllBall? Thank you. I like that, AllBall. Get out of here, man. It's 10 o'clock.
That nigga turning down $25 million a year. That nigga crazy.
Think so?
Golden State.
He crazy.
Trade him to Orlando and go get Franz Wagner like y'all should have drafted. Go do that.
Trade that nigga to the Indiana Fever. Let him play with homegirl.
Let him play tonight. They playing right now.
Man, hype on her dead now, huh?
That's sitting on your palate right now. That's got your mind turning. I see what you're doing over there, Fabian.
No, I'm serious.
Franz in Golden State. I see what's going on over there. You like that? That's why you didn't say nothing. That's why you didn't fucking say nothing. Don't say nothing.
I already saw how you try to sneak in. Like I felt for the tight end debate. I already heard you say Franz Wagner for the Magic. I'm like, first of all, if Wiggins goes to the Magic, that is trash. So you're not gonna get me with that. Number one. Number two, Franz Wagner is a disappointment to the white man. He cannot shoot.
Are we live?
Big Flea, never the little one. Y'all gotta remember that. Y'all call these Jews
All ball suckers.
They Jews. Like, I mean, niggas don't be white. They stop.
What'd you call them?
They're Jewish, right?
Franz Wagner is like German, and he's not that.
My point is, when you talk about, they're not.
What is wrong with you? He Wagner with a W. Fuck.
German. It's not white.
Listen, if we survive until Thursday, ladies and gentlemen,
OG like, yo, these niggas is nuts.
we're gonna see you at 8 o'clock. We might cover Kuminga then. We might not. Oh my God,
Nigga said trade Kuminga to the Indiana Fever.
That was a smooth move right there. Thursday, 8 p.m. We shall be back. Tap in, tune in. Knicks Rehab, all ball reaction. If y'all want for us to talk about something, get into the Instagram comments, the YouTube comments, see what's hot out there. Because really, a lot of this thing on YouTube, from what they're telling us, is that whatever you guys want to talk about, we make a video about it, then we can actually get pumped up out here. Fellas, beautiful show. I missed y'all, man. It's different when you guys on the screen with me.
Camerato. Whatever that means.
That's my dude right there. Man. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.